I sit on the city's budget committee, and I know what a struggle we have every year trying to make ends meet in the city of Grande. We have to cut a lot of worthwhile programs short, and a lot of infrastructure needs barely get met. And a possible funding stream is taxation on marijuana. My interest is pretty much the financial end of it. I started getting interested in this way back in March. I got the forms for an initiative at that time, but in the April meeting, it seemed like the City Council was going to take it upon themselves to put it on the ballot. In the May meeting, they did the same thing. We're gonna let the citizens decide this. So I threw the whole thing in the trash can. Said, well, I don't need to do this. And then on June 6th, they did an abrupt about-face. I'm still not really clear on why. And we were left really scrambling to get this whole process started off the ground and all the signatures that we need in by the 17th of this month. So you can imagine what a difficult process that's been. It's not just recreational. The ordinance is very clear. It's production of all marijuana products. It's the processing of all marijuana products. It's the selling of medicinal marijuana. And it's the selling of recreational marijuana. So all of those different aspects of this business, and it is a flourishing business, are extremely limited in this town. We have 2 dispensaries that are grandfathered in because they existed prior to the legalization in 2015. Okay? Why is it important? It's important because by opting out, the city is saying no to a significant revenue stream coming from the state from the taxation on marijuana. They are saying no to, did a comparison through the Department of Revenue. There's a town called St. Helens. They are making $80,000 a year from the state alone on the tax revenue side, and there's a 3% sales tax on all sales in the town. The city of Pendleton has legal marijuana. They have 3 retail outlets in town. In their last fiscal year, which ended this spring, they realized income stream of $130,000. That is nothing to sneeze at. And if you carry $130,000 a year out over 10 years, my friend, you have $1.3 million. And you can't scoff at $1.3 million. It's financially irresponsible to do that. Yet that's what our city council did. The issue that's before us now one of democracy, or is it one of legalizing pot? Right now, the issue is one of democracy. We think that this is an issue that's almost exactly divided our city in half. The vote in the last election, if I'm not mistaken, was 49 yes, 51% no. That's darn close. And we think that after 2 years, 3 years of experience now, with a lot of other cities to compare it to, people's thinking may have changed, and the city council really doesn't have a right to decide this for the people. I think that this is one that should go before the people. City council gets to decide on all kinds of bread and butter issues, and more power to them. But this one, they're taking a moral stance, and I'm sure it's deeply believed, and they're using that moral stance to deny a significant number of people in this town a chance to express their feelings about it. That's not right. So right now, it's a democratic issue, democracy in action issue. If we get it on the ballot, it's going to be a right or wrong issue, and those are big conversations which will need to happen, and there'll be town halls about it, and people will get to express their opinions and assemble their own facts about it, whether it's harmful, whether it's not, etc. And that should be a public debate.